How are you? Welcome to another uh, unboxing here on my Twitch and my YouTubes. And this time around, I'm going to open up a box set I just got in the mail. It is the Iv Horseman from 1999 from Toy Biz, from the Toy Biz WCW line, which I've decided at this point I'm just going to collect that line and just focus my energies on doing that because that's my favorite toy company putting out wrestling figures. So why do I not have all of them? So I would like to have all of them if I can. We'll see. We'll see if it's possible. But uh, I am excited. I got this from a fellow named Sebastian, who was gracious enough to sell this to me along with a Rey Mysterio, as well as a Rey Mysterio from the, I think it's, or the Masked Wrestler from the Goldberg, uh, one of the Smash and Slams, I think it is. And also the, he gave me one of the, I think it's the Bruiser's Macho Man, but the one with all the lines on it. So I got that, as well as this box set. And I already have Mongo, but I'll talk about them anyways, but I don't have the others. And I am excited to share this with you folks. So this is exciting because I I just love this line. I just love this line. I like being able to track them down, and I'm having fun doing it. And that's really what collecting should be about. So I'm going to open this up with my knife. Somebody asked me why I use a knife, a Swiss Army knife, to open this stuff. It's because I'd like to. It's because it's what I have. It's easy, and I don't want to fuck around with things. I probably should talk about the box, I guess, as I slice it open. But right here we've got the official seal of approval, and then we just have the pictures of all the different guys on here, as well as the employees around the package. This is a special WCW Collector's Edition. Ric Flair, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Steve Mongo. Doesn't even get his last name. Fuck that shit. You don't get nothing, Steve. And on the back here, we've got some bios. Got a nice lengthy paragraph here about the Four Horsemen. So let's go ahead and read that. Long before the New World Order was formed, the Four Horsemen were the dictionary definition of a wrestling gang, strong, proud, and revered. They were the cheap shot sneak attack experts of an earlier era. They were the masters of lightning fast attack. That was their way. Their names have changed over the years, but their mission statement has remained intact and as simple as ever: win at all costs. In 1998, Ric Flair reformed the fabled Four Horsemen to help put the NWO out of business. Joining the Nature Boy in his crusade are three of the most talented wrestlers in WCW. Dean, the man of 1,000 moves, Malenko, Chris the Crippler Benoit, and Steve Mongo McMichael. Not one of the most talented wrestlers in WCW at the time. He was whatever. Each of these warriors is formidable alone, but together they are unbeatable. You know, I will say to Damago's credit, he is a former U.S. champion. As is, I think everybody in this group is former U.S. champion. Each of these warriors is formidable on his own, alone, but together they are unbeatable. Fans worldwide show their support for this team with the familiar four-finger salute. One thing is for sure, the Four Horsemen are the team of the millennium. And that's evidenced by the fact that this iteration only lasted for a year, and then it went away. Actually, no, I'm sorry, we have a little bios here on the back here. Ric Flair, 6'1", 245, hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. Signature moves, figure four leg lock. Chris Benoit, Boo, 5'10", 220, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. CRISPR crossface. He is a murderer. Doesn't say that, but it probably should. Dean Malenko, 5'9", 216, Tampa, Florida. Texas Cloverleaf is his signature move. And last but not least, Steve Mongo. Doesn't even get his last name, man. Do you know how are we? Well, I mean, we know because of the back of this paragraph here. 6'2", 270. Wow, he's a lot shorter than I would have imagined. Interesting. I would have thought he would have been at least 6'5" or 6'3", maybe, but that's only what, an inch. Austin, Texas, and signature move, the spike. Technically, it should be called the Mongo spike. So, now I got to challenge this to open this. Thought I'd just be able to pull this right off, but I guess not. I was a little fuck myself, huh? Go Bills! Just watched the Bills win their first playoff game since 1995. That was very exciting. I'm not a big football guy as of late, but the fact that Buffalo has won gives me hope to be. We'll see some. Maybe we'll see something happen this year. Who knows? Organized sports are very difficult. Organized. Alright. That's right, I used my knife to get this shit open. Comes right off. This actually came off pretty easy. Fucking garbage all over the place. Alright. Let's start it off here. We'll go one by one. Got Nate. Now this is the, I believe, the first, if not the first Nature Boy in this line. There was only two Ric Flairs. The other of which came with was just a repaint of this. It came with a Hulk Hogan main event 2-pack. And that's in blue. But I will need this Ric Flair, or need that other Ric Flair. I don't need a Hogan though. Fuck Hogan. But removable robe. They didn't really do much for the robe other than just put Nature Boy in the back of it. It's nice and silvery though. I'm gonna give it that, but not much in terms of detail. Well, a little bit of bathrobe. But to my surprise, so Ric Flair with black armbands. Not really. I don't think that's correct. And black knee pads. Usually his knee pads are the same color as the trunks he's wearing, so these should be red. These come right off. Face sculpt looks more like Charles Robinson than it does actually Nature Boy. At least at that time it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I felt they could have did a bit more aging to this one, but not too bad. This skin hue could probably be a bit more red. It's also a little bit have a stilted, like his arms don't. What sucks here is that his arms, you don't have articulation at the elbows to move them up and down, so you kind of have to stick him like this. I mean, he's got articulation on his feet. That was tough to move. I don't want to break it. See, yeah, it makes it loose now. Yeah, that means you can actually stand. See? Woo. For a second, I thought this head was going to be just a remold of the one Angel that they were putting out around this time, but I guess not. Articulation at the waist, though. I have to give some sort of I have to take some sort of umbrage with this tights, because you just have this plain red tights. I don't know why you even bother putting the RF on here if you have it all like this, because usually it's in the lower, like on this side here, on the left side, or maybe it's on the right side. I can't remember, but it's usually on the lower part of it and towards the back. But they have right center here. And then on the back, they have this weird Horseman logo, which I've never quite. I know that they love this Horseman logo. I don't like it. I don't get it, because I don't get it. It's like I see the 4. Like I see the 4. And then We have a sickle and then I don't know. I don't know what it is. The RF on these boots too is huge. So a lot going on here. Not all of it's good, but it is a Ric Flair. So can't complain. I actually can't complain. I just did. Here's Chris Benoit. I'm not going to say much about him other than that this is probably just a repaint of his Ring Fighters figure. I mean, it's Chris Benoit. He's a fucking monster. But, you know, he does come with this deal. And they just colored in his beard, made it darker. His darker colored hair. The tights are better on this one, but I shouldn't be giving this guy any praise. But it's pretty much just a repaint. You can kind of even tell by the knee pads, the painted on knee pads, or the molded knee pads. So enough said about this, the better. Less said about this, the better. Well, we'll leave it at that. Dean Malenko. Mine's got a smudge on it. The fuck is that shit? I think he's got some sort of gimmick, though, maybe? No? I heard it. I mean, what is this? I heard a snap or a movement. None of these guys have action features, which is kind of lame, but you know. And I wish they had some more articulation in the arms and the hands here. At least the wrist move here on this Malenko, which now also too his tights are kind of. I mean, his tights are what they are. They look like they should, except for this big ass Four Horseman logo on here. This is around the color scheme that he was wearing at the time. I actually have been watching a lot of WCW 1999, and I do like his the color scheme, the red. It's like the blue tights, but with the gold trim, the gold part where the blue is here. Sometimes he's been using red, so he's got some variation on that. But sadly, they did not decide to display that here. Also, not crazy about this paint job. He kind of has a very uneven beard. So on this side it's more pronounced on this side. And his mustache is a little bit truncated on this side. Also, why he has the beard like this instead of just doing like a Chris Benoit deal with it, I don't know. I mean, his skin hue should be different too. He should definitely be more, definitely be darker. Also, just the last thing I want to say about this, as I complain about this, the hair is pretty good though. I'd say the hair's pretty good. Why does he have such prominent nipples? You know what I mean? Like, that's not really what... I mean, look. And it sounds weird observing this, but Dean Malenko has very small nipples in real life. You can see that by watching him on videos. Why they decided to make these very prominent on him feels like a rib or something, or it's just a very odd choice. But I will take this figure over the one with the magnets in his hands over any day. I'm not collecting those. I have no desire to check those out because it's just super gimmicky and it's not really my thing. Even though I do love gimmicks. Last but not least, it's a Mongo. Steve Mongo. This one, I already have. I didn't realize. I wish I kind of waited because now I have two Mongos. And what's kind of bogus though is that not bogus actually. I mean, they actually did I think Mongo's probably the best figure in the set, if we're being honest, because in terms of scale. We're pretty much right on brand here. I mean, Mongo should definitely be taller. WCW, Toy Biz definitely made some huge figs out of some of these, and Mongo, they've been pretty good on Mongo here. They even gave him this logo, which he doesn't usually have on his tights, but he does have the 76. Um, so that's fine. That's all well and good. Um, but everything else is pretty accurate. You know, I mean, I'm just surprised that he even got a fig. You know, at this point, because it was '99. If they were planning on making a Mongo around this time, they had to have made this decision like in very early '99 or late '98 when the Horsemen were reformed, because he didn't really last that much longer on the roster past like the first couple months of the year. So, yeah, no, I mean, but you got a pretty good deal here. Can't really be complaining. I mean, I do like how this ponytail kind of settles over here. It's actually they gave extra care to this Mongo figure, but they didn't really care as much for the Flair figure, which is weird. I mean, it's a very like bare bones Flair figure. Like you would almost consider this to be like one step above. Actually, even on equal, maybe even a step below the Remco, because the Remco is just basically a blonde muscular guy with a robe that was reminiscent of this robe, reminiscent of this, and he had purple trunks with nothing on them. I mean, actually, I think they might have had the RF in the right place, but ah, but Mongo got the red carpet treatment. Yeah, I'm thinking about it here. So let's go ahead and line these guys up. Sorry that Chris Benoit is here. He's a fucking murderer. I'm gonna collect all these figs. I guess he's got to be here. Or maybe I'll get rid of the Chris Benoit's. I don't know. There it is. There's the Four Horsemen from 1999. And thanks for joining me. I'll have Vampiro coming up at some point, and I look forward to sharing that with you guys. So once again, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.